Hello, candidates, and welcome back to the lesson. The subject is meetings. Today, we are winding up the topic on board and committee meetings. We've done 9 subtopics. One is meaning, membership, and functions of the board. Number 2, powers of the board. 3, restrictions on board members' powers. 4, first board meeting. 5, subsequent board meetings. 6, meetings of board committees. 7, requisites of valid board and committee meetings. 8, legal provisions regarding convening and management of board and committee meetings. Then in our last session, we covered board annual work plan and calendar. Today, we are moving to the last subtopic, which is the role of the corporate secretary before, during, and after board meeting and committee meetings. So candidates, the role of the corporate secretary is fundamental to corporate governance, acting as a bridge between the board, the management, and the stakeholders. And their involvement is essential in ensuring that meetings are not only procedurally correct, but also serve as effective tools for strategic decision making. So the corporate secretary has a role before the meeting. Before the meetings. This could be board meetings or committee meetings. And before the meeting, this is the preparation and the planning phase. So the secretary here works, and the work of the secretary begins weeks in advance. Before the meeting, the secretary is always at work, weeks in advance, to ensure the meeting is properly convened and the directors are well informed. So one role in regards to the corporate secretary before the meeting is agenda setting, agenda formulation. Agenda formulation is one role that the corporate secretary plays before the meeting. Here, the secretary works closely with the chairman and the CEO to design a balanced, time-boxed agenda that addresses both strategic and statutory requirements. That's the first role, agenda formulation. Number 2 is board pack preparation. Board pack preparation. This simply means preparing board papers. Collating and distributing high quality information. It could be financial reports, the risk reports, the policy drafts at least 7 to 10 days before the meeting is held. And that allows directors to have time for thorough review and preparation. That is role number 2 before the meeting. Role number 3 before the meeting is compliance verification. Compliance verification means ensuring that the notice, the venue, and the technical requirements, like the virtual, if the virtual meeting is to be held, we have technical requirements. Or if the meeting is hybrid, there are also technical requirements. So the secretary has to ensure that the company complies with the Companies Act and the company's articles of association. That is before the meeting. Then before the meeting, there are also logistics. Candidates. The company secretary has to manage all the practical arrangements, right from booking the venue and also testing the platforms. If it is a virtual meeting, the secretary has to ensure that the platform or the format, it could be Zoom or Teams, has to test and find and ensure that the platforms are okay in order to coordinate properly during the meeting. So we have logistics, the venue, where will the meeting be held, right? If it's a physical meeting, what is the location? Are there enough space for the directors. Are there the equipment that is required, like electricity or computers and so on? So these are 4 roles of the corporate secretary before board and committee meetings. Then the roles of the corporate secretary during the meeting include during the meetings. What is the role of the corporate secretary during the meetings? Now, this is the executive phase or the advisory phase. During the meeting, the secretary acts as both an advisor on governance and an objective recorder of proceedings. So during the meeting, it is the company secretary who is consulted on legal matters and so on. So the first role during the meeting is quorum verification. Quorum verification. Quorum verification. Quorum is a very important matter. The secretary has to confirm to the chairperson that the meeting is properly constituted before any business commences. 2, advising the board. During the meeting, the board looks to the company secretary for advice. The secretary provides expert guidance on governance matters, legal requirements, and also procedural rules like points of order and so on. 3, documenting discussions. Documenting discussions, that is the work of the corporate secretary during the meeting, taking concise, accurate, and objective notes. The secretary captures the essence of the debate, the rationale behind decisions, and the resulting resolutions, rather than just a verbatim transcript. Documenting the discussions. Then number 4, conflict management. We all know that there are meetings that could be very heated. There are meetings where conflicts, tempers can be high. So the company secretary has to monitor declarations of interest and also ensure directors who have conflict recuse themselves from relevant discussions. That is the work of the CS during the meeting. Then after the meeting, what are the roles of the secretary after? After the meeting, this is the compliance and record keeping phase. The secretary's role is critical in transforming the meeting's discussions into official corporate records. Here, the company secretary drafts and finalizes minutes, drafting and finalizing minutes, drafting and finalizing minutes, drafting and finalizing minutes. Drafting and finalizing minutes. That means preparing the formal minutes promptly, typically within 10 days. And this must be factual, they must be neutral, and clear enough to stand as evidence in a legal setting. 2, action tracking. The company secretary has a role to track actions. That means distributing an action list to management within 48 hours to ensure accountability for the decisions made by the board. 3, statutory filing. After the minutes have been authenticated, after the minutes have been signed, the secretary should ensure that all the necessary resolutions, especially special resolutions, are filed with the register of companies within the statutory deadlines. Then lastly, updating the registers, updating records. Updating records, that's the work of the secretary after the meeting. Updating the company statutory registers like the register of directors or register of members based on the decisions made during the meeting. Then lastly, archiving or retention, safely restoring the signed minutes for the mandatory period, at least 7 years for board minutes and 10 years for general meetings to ensure they are easily retrievable for future reference or future audits or legal inquiries. So these are the roles of the corporate secretary before the meeting, during the meeting, and after the meeting. Before the meeting, 1, agenda formulation. 2, board pack preparation. 3, compliance verification. 4, logistics. This is the preparation or the planning phase. Then during the meeting, this is the executive and advisory phase, where the company secretary has to verify the quorum, advise the board, document discussions, then manage conflicts. After the meeting, this is the compliance and recording phase. The company secretary drafts and finalizes minutes, tracks actions, does statutory filing, updates records, then archives the records. That's the end of today's lesson and the end of the topic on board and committee meetings. Thank you for attending the lesson. God bless you. Bye-bye.